Dear students of Lighthouse School, Class 10, this is the second chapter of your English course book. Chapter 2, A Trip to Zuko Valley. An 18-member team expedition, organized by the Seven Sister Tourism Service and the Adventure Academy of Manipur, undertook an expedition to the beautiful Zuko Valley. Situated on the border of Pei Rain subdivision of Nagaland and Senapati district of Manipur, the valley is connected by a motorable road to Nagaland. However, as yet, it does not have a road connecting it to Manipur. The Manipur government has taken up a project to construct a road to the valley, in order to provide easy access to the valley for the inhabitants of Manipur. However, at present, it is a bit of an adventure going on a trek to Zuko Valley, and hence, the expedition. The trekkers, who had left Impal the previous day, had to first scale a height of 2,630 meters above sea level, and then trek downhill to an altitude of 2,450 meters, to tread on the soil of Zuko Valley, late in the afternoon. Imagine the trekkers' amazement, when, in the morning, they found that all the hillocks encircling the valley had turned white with frost. At 5 a.m. in the morning, the temperature had plummeted down to -20 degrees Celsius. And the water surface of the streams that flowed through the valley had turned into a solid sheet of ice. The delighted group walked over the brilliant sheet of ice, and felt as if they had made a conquest of one of the most beautiful valleys in the world. The feeling of conquest and joy was alloyed with unhappiness at the sight of scattered leftovers that marred the beauty of the valley. The team volunteered to clean up the place of the litter of polythene bags, cans, and bottles left by visitors and villagers, and buried them in the deep pit that they dug themselves. This was the first of such expeditions jointly organized by a tour operator and an adventure group. And the most pleasing aspect of the whole expedition was the keen environmental consciousness shown by the members of the team. Another pleasing aspect of the expedition was the unexpectedly warm welcome extended to the team by villagers and the chairman of Viswama, a Naga village. The team was thrilled by the unprecedented hospitality and cooperation of the villagers, who not only provided accommodation to them, but also allowed them the privilege of using the chairman's kitchen. Zuko is a much talked about valley. The name comes from a Mau tribe word, Zuk meaning water, and Zuko meaning cold. The river that traverses the valley is called Zuko, and the valley takes its name from the river. The fork-shaped valley is surrounded by many hillocks and mountains, with dense forests. As one stands in the valley, the view one gets is truly amazing. A sheet of colorful grass and flowers in the valley, then the greenish hillocks, against a background of high, deep blue mountains, with dark, dense forests. The valley is situated at an altitude of 2,450 meters above sea level, a difference of 180 meters from the highest point, 2,630 meters above sea level. On the way from Viswama village, 1,700 meters above sea level, on the National Highway 39. Topographically, it is surrounded by Japfu Peak, on the northwest, and the Isso Peak, or Tenapo, on the southeast, forming an amphitheater-like opening, a western window through which cold winds blow, and making the rivulets run into a waterfall. By virtue of its altitude, the valley, and its overlooking slopes of encircling ridges, represent the higher temperature and alpine zones of the eastern Himalayas. Climate-wise, the temperature ranges from 6 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. And in the afternoon, to 18 degrees Celsius. At about 4 a.m., the temperature suddenly falls down to -20 degrees Celsius. And continues like that till about 6 a.m. This drop in temperature causes the rivulets to freeze into solid sheets of ice, on which one can walk very comfortably. The dominant surviving plant components of Zuco Valley are grasses, dwarf bamboo or tenwa, primula, and new specimens of lily, buttercups, willows, and barberry. Among these rare flora of the valley are visible several rare fauna, the most notable being the meadow lark. Environmentalists and nature lovers, while amazed at the beauty of the valley, are also worried that human interference will spoil this beauty. This amphitheater, covered with silvery carpet of snow, looks like the abode of angels, who repose and sleep here, only to wake up when the spring comes and dances through the valley. But the question uppermost in the minds of environmentalists is, how long will this beauty continue to enchant us? The answer depends on the aptitude and attitude of the dominant component of the ecosystem, man. Dear students of Lighthouse School, Class 10, that was the second chapter of your English course book. We will be back with more lessons soon. For notes and solutions, please follow the link in the description. Make sure to revise, follow a daily study routine, and complete your assignments on time. Take care. Stay home, and stay safe.